Some things should never be forgotten. Some things should never be found. But Lena didn't know that when she brought home the doll that never forgives. Lena had always loved collecting antiques. She thought old things had stories to tell, whispers from the past trapped in their worn-out surfaces. But the day she found that doll was the day her life became a nightmare. It sat in the dusty corner of a thrift store, porcelain skin cracked, blue eyes too alive for comfort. Its little white dress was stained, and its tiny fingers were unusually sharp. The shopkeeper hesitated before handing it over. His hands trembled. "Are you sure you want this one?" he asked. "Why not?" Lena shrugged, his face darkened. "It belongs to a girl named Eliza, a girl who never let go." Ignoring his warning, Lena took the doll home and placed it on a shelf in her bedroom. But that night, something was wrong. She woke up to whispers, faint, childlike. The air felt thick, pressing against her chest. She turned on the light. The doll had moved. It was no longer on the shelf. It was lying on the floor, facing her. "Must have fallen," she muttered, trying to shake the unease creeping up her spine. She placed it back and went to sleep. But the next night was worse. A sharp scratch against the wall startled her awake. In the dim glow of her bedside lamp, she saw something chilling. Tiny handprints, bloody, stained into the wall. Her breath hitched. She turned slowly. The doll sat at the foot of her bed, head tilted, staring at her. It wasn't there before. Then, it moved. She screamed, kicking it away. But the moment it hit the floor, a giggle, soft, mocking, echoed through the room. Lena grabbed the doll, ran outside, and threw it into the trash. But the moment she turned back toward her house, her blood ran cold. It was sitting on the porch. Lena gasped, stumbling backward. "This isn't real. This isn't real." She rushed inside, locking the door behind her. But no matter how many locks she turned, no matter how many lights she kept on, she wasn't alone. She turned, but nothing was there. The room went ice cold. The lights flickered. And then, she felt it. Tiny fingers clutching her wrist. She screamed, struggling against the unseen grip, but it was useless. The whispers turned into shrieks, filling the room with unseen horror. The doll lay at her feet, its once lifeless mouth now stretched into a wide, sharp-toothed grin. And then, everything went dark. The next morning, Lena's neighbor knocked on her door. No answer. When they entered, the house was silent. Too silent. The only thing they found was a single porcelain doll, sitting on the bed, its tiny hands stained red, and its lips curled into a smile. She should have never taken the doll, because some things never forgive.